right. He lost that one.
When I heard they were eligible, I thought, well, you know, Coach McCoy's probably going to sit them for disciplinary reasons, but no, they played. They started and they played the whole game, every one of them.
Yeah, exactly. That means that the thing turns around a little bit now. Neil, you lose 8.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? I end up winning.
Don't let him recalculate.
What was yours now? How many did you?
He lost 9.
I lost 9.
9. I lost 8, and Mike lost. He was 24-9. So Mike, Big Mike, wins this week. So,
see, he got the refinaggling over there. Come out
well. No, you know what? And shame on you. I took Charles Simpson. You took Ozark. That was the difference. And of course,
well, I didn't realize the rule change.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having fun this morning.
The only reason I lost, I took Central Hayneville to beat Zion Chapel.
Yeah, that was a bad pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, the reason I'm dressed a little different from these guys this morning, at 9 o'clock will be the visitation for Coach Frank Sadler's funeral, which will be held today at the First Baptist Church starting at 10:30. Of course, a longtime coach and great man. You know, you didn't know him very long, but, you know, you meet him one time, you really felt like you had met some man of distinction, and you did. He was a great man, and the funeral, again, is at 10:30 today from the First Baptist Church, and visitation is from 9 o'clock this morning to 10:30 this morning, and at the First Baptist Church, and that's a beautiful, beautiful place.
It is.
And it'll be a great send-off. He loved his church very much. And, in fact, he was a deacon in his church, and a great bunch of folks. And we'll be looking forward to seeing a lot of the former players. If you're out there, guys, please come and be with us this morning as we celebrate the life of Frank Sadler, man. And he was quite a man and quite a coach. And Coach, he not only coached here at Charles Simpson, he later coached at Chattanooga, New Mexico, and South Carolina. And at South Carolina, the Beer offense, he was considered one of the top coaches in the Beer offense in the nation. And he had record-breaking stats at South Carolina. You know, he beat Notre Dame twice as a coach, and he was a great player. He was also went through the Troy University Hall of Fame inductee a year or so ago, and which was a great honor for him. And he was the great kickoff returner. He ran back 4 for touchdowns. One of them was a freshman game, but we still counted as 4. And they call him the Little Beaver, and he was a great one. He coached several years over in Columbus, and coached at Hardaway, and coached at Kendrick. That's right, coached at Kendrick, and he coached also
Central Phoenix City, Bob Jones, Wilson High School out of Decatur. I mean, he coached everywhere.
Yeah, and of course all of them were good places. And then he also coached at Columbus High School. And of course was a sister coach there at Columbus High. And those college jobs at Chattanooga and New Mexico and South Carolina were all great moments in his life. And we, again, our prayers and our thoughts go out to the family, and that funeral is this morning. Okay, Mike, we ran into a few buzzsaws last week. Lou Byrne getting beat by Highland Home. It didn't. You were the only guy that picked Highland Home. How did you know that? How did you know that was going to happen?
Well, I mean, I knew they had a lot of talent coming back. They went to the third round of the playoffs last year, beat Lou Byrne during the regular season. Lou Byrne beat them in the playoffs, but
that could happen again this year, couldn't it?
It could.
They only lost one game. I mean, they beat Lou Byrne pretty handily, 52-28. Yeah. You don't see that much.
Well, we're going to officially do this. I told him he called me about 1 o'clock this morning, Coach.
Scott Ross?
Your grandpa-in-law.
Glenn Daniels?
Glenn Daniel.
Oh.
Glenn Daniel called me late last night and said to really scold Neil this morning for taking taking Lou Byrne and losing, and scolded Michael for taking Highland Home. But that one out of all the games had to be the one that stumped most of them. And of course, I took Tennessee, the Tennessee Vols. Oh, Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. I love that song, but not after a Tennessee touchdown. But that was a big win for Tennessee. Don't you
Sure
agree?
was.
And those Tennessee Vols.
Which is awful.
They are.
Did y'all watch it?
I watched most of it, yeah.
Well, what about it now?
I mean, Jeremy Pruitt, played just about as conservative as he possibly could, and they still won by 10. So, it was just one of those type things. They knew that Mississippi State wasn't going to be able to score on them.
Yeah. Of course, a couple of other games that the Georgia game by far.
And Wrigley won last night against Montgomery, 20-7.
That was a big win for them. Phoenix Central, Ed Rigby, Eufaula. And Eufaula's off to a great start, and they'll be tough in the playoffs. And then, of course, I had my buddy Dubose do at Central last night. They played last night.
I don't think they played.
Oh, they play today. Or tonight, and it's going to be a great game with Central Phoenix City. Of course, about growing up right across the river, Central's always had good teams, haven't they?
Real good teams. Real good teams.
A lot of athletes over there.
And of course, you went to.
So when you grow up in Columbus, you're on the eastern time, aren't you?
Well, I actually lived in Smith, Alabama, so right outside.
Wait a
Smith
minute.
Station.
You mean all this time? I found out that you were born and raised, or you lived in Smith Station.
I lived in Smith.
Where is Smith, Alabama?
Right there on the river, on the Alabama side.
And it's almost Opelika there, and it's growing quite a bit though. Isn't it?
Oh, almost.
And of course,
The way it keeps growing.
We've got a guy that was a great player here, and I was talking to some guys just yesterday about Ronaldo Kincaid Pennington. And he's one of the coaches at Smith Station, and he played ball here at Charles Henderson, and just want to throw that in. Of course, that's a great program out there, and that whole area, Smith Station, Phoenix City, Columbus, Georgia, guys, has a bunch of folks in that area, isn't it?
There are, and it's growing every day.
And of course, we're glad you moved to Troy, Alabama. And again, want to mention the big skeet shoot, Mike. You used to do that a little bit. Skeet shoot next weekend. Not this weekend now, next weekend. At
26th.
You're going to have signs and so forth there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Skeet shoot straight ahead, is that right?
That's right.
And
you can go online and register at premierclayshoot.com.
premierclayshoot.com. Now remember that, premierclayshoot.com, and you can get all the information.
That's right.
A lot of clay shooters out there. Now you weren't one of them, were you, Neil?
Not yet, but I think I'm going to get a team.
And of course,
Me and Wally going to do it.
Something that has happened that day is Troy plays at Georgia State.
They're away.
But I just had to be putting together a bus to that game.
Oh, okay.
So it's gonna mess me up a little bit, but I apologize. I will make it up to you.
If I don't if I'm not able to put together a skeet shoot, Wally and I got to come to the.
Well, what I'm gonna do? Oh man, see, that's what I was looking forward to was the dance. That's what I was looking forward to.
Get a live band out there. This one goes. He goes.
Listen, I'm telling you,
now.
the tans are unbelievable.
Oh yeah, no question about it, and that's gonna be fun. I will send a team to the dance. And another thing too is, of course, this is a wonderful opportunity for people to put together a team. And what are the prizes again? What are the prizes? $1 million?
Yeah, the high over score is going to be a shotgun. So whoever has the highest score
Individually.
Broken Birds.
I can get my gun out and hold it up.
How many will they shoot? How many skeet will they
They'll
shoot?
throw 100.
Oh man! So they're gonna have
18 different
You gonna
stations.
provide the padded coat or
No.
jacket?
No.
I guarantee you, when you gonna get out there, you're gonna see
Padded
Jason's
coat.
gonna come out with this over and under custom-made shotgun with a padded side here, and these
Gold
other guys.
trigger, Browning.
My shoulder is killing me. I've been dove hunting. You've been doing. Your shoulder was so banged up the next day you could hardly move it.
When you can only shoot 12 doves, then it's not too bad.
That's great. That's great. But now you could get, now if you wanted to, you could probably have a dove hunt, couldn't you? Dove season's still in.
No, we're going to concentrate on the sporting clays.
Let me tell you a quick story. This morning, at the bottom of Crow Hill, where I live, a big buck, at least 8 or 10 points, because I didn't see it all. They were lifting him and putting him into a city truck where he got run over down at the bottom of George Wallace Drive and Elm Street last night. And yesterday, I meant to tell this story. I was going to get coffee down on Highway 231 South, and on Franklin Drive, a deer ran right out in front of me, no further than 5 feet, and he was a big deer, and he was running across the neighborhood at Franklin Drive. So the deer running, and rightfully so. Doe season has already opened, and a lot of those guys will be out shooting doe. Shooting
Look,
deer.
I grew up on Forest Avenue, and we used to have deer come through there all the time.
Oh yeah, of course. This is bow and arrow day, so everybody's getting ready for that. So it's gonna be a lot of fun as we.
A lot of high school games are getting postponed because of this tropical storm coming through. So all the Mobile schools are playing tomorrow.
Well, I didn't know that. You got real bad weather coming in here.
Cyclone.
Whoa. I didn't realize that. I knew we had some good rain the early part of the week, but we've got heavy rains now. Charles Henderson plays Tallahassee at home tonight. Hopefully we'll be able to get that in. What do you think, Neil?
Well, the forecast says that whatever's going to hit Troy is not supposed to hit Troy until between 10 p.m. and midnight and later. So we should be okay.
I saw Norman Rape yesterday, my good friend, and of course he's married to one of the great cheerleader coaches of all time, Joe Bruce Rape. And, Joe was in my class and was a great cheerleader coach. And she handed the reins over to your wife.
Yes. Michelle.
And how long did she coach?
23 years.
23 years and won several state and national championships.
She did.
The cheerleaders were great. But the thing that I know that I was telling Norman yesterday that you and Norman have in common, you drove the cheerleader bus for a long time. And I don't know that you would think that'd be good, but boy, I bet it could have been good or bad. Wouldn't you say?
The deal was that the superintendent of the city schools mandated that all coaches become bus certified.
Yes, sir.
And my wife came in and said, I'm not driving a bus. My husband will do it. And Norman had done the same thing.
Yeah, that's right.
And so that's why I drove a cheerleader bus, because my wife wasn't getting bus.
And he did it.
And I don't want to see my wife drive a bus. I promise you.
He did it. He did it for as long as anything. Something I was talking to Jason about yesterday, and Jason, you've been in Troy now, 2 years?
Oh, 2 years.
But first of all, this town will $100 you to death, but supporting different causes. But one thing is, as a parent, you got something going on every night of the week, don't you?
Oh, man. We were just out there at the rec center last night, and I got to tell you, that rec center does a phenomenal job. Dan and his crew, they do a fantastic job. But my kids are out there playing soccer.
Oh, man.
Got a little chill.
Indoor soccer or outdoor? Okay.
Outdoor.
Got a little chill outside. Man, they're running around just having a large time. They love it.
And you had a big smile on your face. And all three of your girls, are they all?
2 of them this year.
Just 2 of them this year. So well, let's see now. You're doing a lot of things for a lot of people. You know what they've needed?
Did you yell kick it?
Oh, man.
Yeah. You know what they've needed out there for a long time, Neil, is a place to have reunions, picnics outdoors.
A big awning?
Yeah, what do they call that?
Big gazebo?
It's a big gazebo, but it's called something else.
A pole barn?
No, it's where you have your your reunions and so forth. What?
Amphitheater.
What did he say?
An
Event center.
Event. Well, it's event. What it is, it's an outdoor pavilion, or what do you call it?
Are you talking about like what we had at Murphy Park growing
Yeah.
up?
What'd you call those things?
An amphitheater stage?
No, it's underneath where people have eat and so
pavilion.
forth.
It's a pavilion.
That's a
Or we'll call it
yeah.
pavilion. Troy needs a pavilion bad, Jason. You've given money to the schools.
Buy us a pavilion, man.
Something like $79,000 to our local schools, and now you're working on a special project for the hospital to provide funds for their cancer center, which is going to be wonderful. And I was just thinking of what would be your next thing you're going to do.
We got some stuff in the works.
Hey, listen, every time I ride out there and want to have a picnic, I don't have a place to go unless I go indoors.
You got a lake right next to your house over there that's got a dock on it. Why don't you go there and have a picnic?
No, the dock's been mowed down.
Uh-oh.
so no people like you won't get caught or fall in or whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, our show is brought to you by Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram trucks on the bypass. Tell me this now. $29 and $99 a month. Wait a minute.
$29.
Most anybody can own a car.
Most everybody.
$29. Now this is on a certain list of cars and trucks. Is that right?
That's correct.
And that's still going on?
Absolutely, every day.
You mean you have actually sold a car and the guy gave you $29 and all he's got to do is pay you $100 a month?
Not me, the bank.
But that is a deal. That is a deal. And of course, if it's a Premier, will beat anybody's deal, and I mean anybody's deal at Premier, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram trucks. And you look at.
Are we gonna pick games today? What's going on?
We're gonna do it right now, but we're gonna sell a few. Hey, we're gonna sell a few groceries first. All right, Tallahassee at Charles Henson. Tallahassee coming in here with a good ball club. This is going to be one of these straight up games, Mike. What do you like? Or who do you like?
Yeah. I don't really know who to pick in this game. I mean, I guess I'll take Charles Henderson at home. Tallahassee, I don't really know their record. I guess I need to look at it.
Well, they run that wing tee, isn't that right?
They're about 500. They're not having a great year.
I tell you, like you said the other day, and I was saying the other day that I was surprised that Charles Henson lost to Greenville. I don't think they're going to lose to Tallahassee. And Charles Henson coming off the big win over Carroll at Carroll, and that game was a big game of the week right here on Troy Cable. I'll take Charles Henson.
Me too. Tallahassee talked to one of my good buddies used to work at Supreme Court with me. He's a huge Tallahassee supporter, and Tallahassee's just real young this year. And they're about 500 on the year, and they've lost some and won some. But next year, watch out for Tallahassee. Yeah. They got all those sophomores and juniors are going to grow up next year. But this year, they're a little young. I'll take Charles Henderson coming off the big victory.
Well, boy, I tell you what, he did some research on Tallahassee, didn't he?
Well, I just happen to have a buddy.
You don't reckon he's got money on the game, do you?
I do got a bet with that same guy for wings at Baumhauer's.
Oh.
He takes Tallahassee every year, and I take Charles Henderson every year. I've been eating a lot of wings here.
I'd hate to see this guy eating wings, man. I tell you.
Tallahasee's 3-3, 2-2 in the region. So is Charles Henderson already in the playoffs?
I think they are. They're in
they
pretty
take
good shape.
They take 4 teams, so
Yeah.
They're in.
I think that win this past weekend pretty much puts them in the playoffs, and that's a great thing. Okay, Goshen at Central of most everybody took Charles Henson. Is that right?
Yeah, that's
Jason?
right. Charles Henderson.
All right, Goshen at Central of that game's not at Central. That game is played.
It don't matter where it is. It's a snoozer.
It doesn't. You're right. I was looking at it differently. Central of Haynesville at Goshen because it's homecoming at Goshen, and Goshen will win and win big. Who do y'all like?
Goshen.
Okay. The next game on the list is Opp at Pike County, and buddy, Pike County is on its way.
They're on a roll.
Not only to the playoffs, but they might just win it all with those great running backs and great coaches.
I'm glad Charles Anderson played on first game.
Opp is a good team, and this is going to be this might be Pike County's toughest test since they played Charles Henderson in the Jamboree. I'm going to take Pike County to win, but this one's going to be a good one. Played at Pike County.
I'll take Pike County as well. Coach Holland just got them rolling and got them believing, and they don't think they can lose.
Well, that's a good way to be. Jason, who you like?
Pike County.
Pike County. Okay, Pike Liberal Arts. Yeah, Mike, who do you like?
Pike County.
Okay, over the Opp. Boy, I tell you what, that's hard to say over Opp because at one time Opp would whip you, buddy. They were good. Pike Liberal Arts at Monroe, and Monroe, of course, just owns Pike Liberal Arts. They've won the last 13 straight games between them. It's going to be hard for Pike Liberal Arts to go to Monroe to play Monroe in Monroe Academy. I'm going to circle Monroe. Who do you like, Mike?
I think Monroe will win big.
How about you, Neil?
You got to be aiming your vehicle towards Monroeville to get there.
No question about it.
You can't just accidentally stumble into Monroeville. And that's a terrible trip to make on a bus.
Well, I always say you got to go to Evergreen and take a right.
Yeah, that's about
Good.
it.
You know what they make in Evergreen, don't you, Jason?
I mean,
What-
sausage.
Sausage, that's right, Connecticut sausage.
I'll take Monroeville. Pike Libs is getting a little healthy, though. They're starting to get some players back, but Monroe Academy is just too strong at home.
They're one of the top teams in the state.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jason, who do you like here?
Monroe.
And even though you send your money to Pike, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, the next one is Zion Chapel at Sampson. Here's my upset of the week. Zion Chapel is going to go to Sampson and win the football game. Somebody told me Sampson's quarterback has been injured. Is that right?
I'm not sure. You know, that's Coach McCoy's nephew.
I know it. I think he was injured in the last game they
Was
played. Who do you like here, Neil?
Well, Zion Chapel's got a winning record for the first time in a long time, and Coach Randy Bryant is doing a wonderful job down there. And I got to give the Zion Chapel administration and the Coffee County administration a little pat on the back for being patient with Randy Bryant and letting him stay and try to build a program there, because he brought a winning culture there. And I'm not calling it an upset. I think Zion goes on the road right here and takes this win. They got a winning record this year. Those kids are, watch out. They're starting to believe just a little bit down there in Jack, Alabama. Watch out. I'll take the Rebels.
Beautiful school. All right, this is big for you now, Jason.
That's
who
right.
you like?
I'm going with Zion.
You're going with Zion, and I'm going with Zion. So, Mike, who are you going with?
I can't go with Zion.
Yeah, you're right.
Keep picking against them. You lost them last week, didn't you?
Samson beat them 60-0 last year.
Oh, boy.
Better program than Zion Chapel. If the quarterback plays at Samson, they'll beat Zion Chapel. I'll take Samson.
Well, we don't know for sure if he's going to play or not. Here's the good one. This is the top game in this area. It's Arrington at GW Long. And what a game this is going to be, Jason Gregory.
I'm going with the Purple Cats.
I love the Purple Cats, and they are red hot. They lost their first two games, and they have just trounced everybody since. Neil, who do you like?
Well, Ayrton did lose early on, and like you said, they've been trouncing everybody ever since. GW Long, I don't think they've lost a game, and they're on a roll. But the last couple of weeks, I picked against Ayrton, and they punched me in the face and showed me that they know how to win. They got their starting quarterback healthy as well, and he's back. I'll take the Purple Cats right here.
I'm going to take the Purple Cats. Who do you like, Jason?
The Purple Cats.
Okay, that's right. Oh, yeah, you already took it. All right, Mike, who do you like?
Yeah, GW Long is 7-0, 5-0 in the region.
Ooh.
This is a tough game. It's a game at GW Long.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough game. That's Skipperville, downtown Skipperville.
It's the Battle of Dale County. I'm going to take Long at home.
Boy, that's going to be a great football game. And Coach Gilcrease, my good friend, and he'll have them ready at Arrington. So I tell you what, somebody wants to see a real good football game, you go out there, go to Skipperville if you know how to get there. And
Go to Ozark and keep
as
going.
the bird flies, it's not very far. In fact, these two teams are probably no further as the bird flies, about 5 miles apart.
Yeah, they're not far.
Not far at all. But that's going to be a good one. Here's a big one, Highland Home, and boy, they're dancing in the streets of Highland Home, Mike. And Mike, somebody told me you ate at a great restaurant there at Highland Home. What's the name of it?
It don't matter.
Wait a minute. Look, I just asked you a personal question. Where did you eat at the ball game last week?
I think it's called the It Don't Matter Cafe.
The name of the cafe is It Don't Matter. You need to take your staff over there. We need to ride over there to see that restaurant one day.
They say it's great.
On Friday they have all-you-can-eat catfish day.
Whoa, man, we might go over there today. Jason, look at me. Boy, I love catfish. All right, I'm taking Highland Home.
Highland Home here too. New Brockton's kind of gotten better as the years went along. Played Goshen really close. Played Laverne really close. But I'll take Highland Home here.
Okay, Jason, who you like?
I'll take Will Pouncey.
All right, who you like? HH.
Highland Home.
All right. Of course, we're going to give away a Yeti cooler today, and have we already made a dent in your stock on Yeti coolers?
No, I just brought a truck in yesterday.
Oh God, boy! I think we need to do some investigating. I believe you own stock in that company. Is that right?
I feel like I should.
Well, we've got a Yeti cooler here, but that phone will ring. It'll be a first caller, and that phone, I don't know how you're gonna do it, but that phone will ring sometime in our next segment, and we'll go ahead and give away another one. You're exactly right.
Jason's a big Auburn fan. Maybe we should do some more Auburn trivia.
I know it, and in fact, we might just do it, but it won't be easy. But
what number did Larry Blakeney wear at Auburn?
Ooh,
whoa! I don't think that's very good, Mike. I don't know. I know what number he wore, but we'll do something different. We won't ask that question until the person. I reckon that we can do it either way, but we'll work on it. We're gonna take a short break. We'll be right back with more of Today in LA and Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeeps, and Ram trucks picks of the week.
well, we're still.
Register online at premierclayshoot.com. All proceeds benefit Troy Medical Foundation. That's premierclayshoot.com for details.
Big discounts, big selection, and really big deals. It's the big pre-owned sale. Only at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Pre-owned vehicles start at $29.95. Over 50 vehicles under $15,000. $29 down. And you can drive today or take advantage of payments starting at $99 a month. That's $29 down. And payments starting as low as $99. From Montgomery to Dothan, the best pre-owned deal are at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or online at premierchrysler.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Are you a driver trainee looking for a job? Then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we reimburse you for your driver training pay. Thank you so much for bringing Reed State to Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Absolutely. And now that we brought them to you, what do you have to offer them?
I have a lot to offer them. I can offer them 401k. I can give them 4% of their gross pay. I can give them Blue Cross Blue Shield. I can get them home twice a week and every weekend. That's right, twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Thank you, sir.
Piggly Wiggly's local butchers are on site at both stores and will help you select the best cuts of meat and trim them to your liking. Our USDA choice beef is the most consistently tender, juicy, and flavorful beef you can buy, all at cost plus 10%.
Your Troy Road Mart is your one-stop tire store. We carry major brands like Firestone, Bridgestone, Michelin, Toyo, BF Goodrich, and a whole lot more. We also carry semi, farm, and lawn and garden tires. So come see us today at your local Troy Road Mart for some really hot deals on tires. We've been serving our friends and neighbors all across the Wiregrass since 1974. And remember, Road Mart offers nationwide road hazard warranty.
Are you ready?
that means live high school football from Pike County High School Bulldog Stadium as the Bulldogs face the Bobcats live on Troy Cablevision starting around 6:45 tonight. And it's, of course, brought to you by great people like Premier, Dodge Chrysler Jeep, and Ram Trucks, and we appreciate them very much. We'll be giving away a Yeti cooler, compliments of Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeeps. And then, of course, we've got a big weekend of college football coming up right now, and we've got Ohio State and Northwestern. They played last night. Is that right?
Tonight.
Oh, excuse me. I got them right here Friday. They played tonight, and I don't believe there's going to be much question here. Jason, who do you like?
Ohio State.
Everybody pretty much likes Ohio State.
Ohio State had missed a beat with Ryan Day as their head coach. Urban, the vacuum cleaner salesman Meyer, being gone. It's been amazing.
Well, it sure has. Duke at Virginia, and this is a good one. And Virginia sort of gone on hard times lately. They were supposed to be pretty good. Yeah. What do you think? Mike, go ahead.
Well, they lost to Miami, and I don't know. They started the season, I think, undefeated, and then they got beat by Notre Dame. Who's Virginia playing?
Duke. The Duke Blue Devils. It used to be a automatic here, but it's not that way anymore.
I'll take Duke.
I'm going to take Duke. Who do you like, Jason?
I
Gregory?
take Duke.
I'm going to take Virginia to bounce back at home.
All right, he's got probably is a good one right there. Clemson at Louisville. Now, people laugh a little bit about this, but probably the most prolific offensive team that Clemson's going to play other than Alabama is probably going to be Louisville. Who do you like here? Neil, who do you like?
I like Clemson, but watch out for Coach Satterfield and the Louisville Cardinal. He brought a winning tradition from App State over there, and he's installed that offense, and he's got those kids playing hard and tough, and they're going to give Clemson all they want at Louisville, but Clemson, too many 5 stars, too many good athletes. Clemson pulls this one out.
All right, Neil, Jason, who do you like?
I'm going with Clemson.
All right, you're going with Clemson. I'm going to go with Clemson. Mike, who do you like?
Yeah, I'll take Clemson. I wouldn't be surprised if Louisville gets close to that number, 24, though.
Exactly right. Let's see. Let's go with Army at Georgia State. And we'll tell you this, when I was looking at this game a little bit, Troy has signed Army to play Army home and home next year, and then home and home at another date. So they've signed an agreement to play Army 4 times.
How about that?
Oh, wow.
But can't you see them busting all those kids, all those Army guys from your old hometown back over here to a ball game? You can get them from Fort Benning, and you can get them from Fort Rucker, and you probably could fill the stadium up with those guys, couldn't you?
You could.
Growing up, did you ever go out on base much?
All the time.
Did you? Of course, it's a huge base, and people around here, Columbus is not an easy place to drive to, from here, unless unless you just take 85 and cut off at 85 when you get to Opelika.
That's right.
But it is a huge base, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's gigantic.
I went to top school
there. Oh, did she?
Elementary.
Boy, she was a beautiful lady. She was the homecoming queen on the same day that your daddy scored a touchdown, a kickoff return. We're going to take a trivia question before too long. All right, everybody takes Army over Georgia State?
I do.
Georgia State's 4-2.
I'm taking Georgia State. I'm taking Georgia State to have more athletes than Army. What do you think?
We hope Army beats Georgia State up. And, when Troy plays them, they don't have a whole lot left.
I hope they knock a quarterback out just for the week. Is that right?
I'll take Army.
A guy just came in here and said, Bob Barker, get off the air, Bob Barker. I'm not Bob Barker, but Bob Barker stayed on the air longer than any one guy ever. And of course, said I'm a Bob Barker look-alike. You know what show Bob Barker was
Price is Right. wasn't it?
Yeah,
right, the Price is Right for all those years. All right, everybody take Georgia State, or who takes Army?
I'm taking Army.
I took Army.
All right, Jason takes Army. Mike, you took Georgia State, and I took Georgia State. Is that right?
No, Mike Jr. took Army.
Mike Jr. took Army. Man, what are you doing? Georgia State's going to win the football game. Have you ever heard that?
I don't know if Georgia State will be disciplined enough to stop Army.
Mike Jr.
Okay.
takes Army.
All right, Mike Jr. takes Army. So I messed up. You were talking about them, and I thought that you took them. Florida State at Wake Forest, and what has happened to Florida State? I thought they had turned a little corner, but I reckon Clemson does that to everybody. Is that right?
Yeah, they put them in their place.
Who do you like, Mike?
I don't know. This is a tough game to pick. You know, Wake Forest is coming off losing to Louisville at home, 62-59, and Florida State looked awful against Clemson. I'm gonna take the home team. I'm gonna take Wake Forest.
Same here. I'll take Wake.
Okay, take Wake. Okay, Jason, who do you like?
I'm going with Florida State. Maybe they'll find a little rebound somewhere.
Boy, they got beat so bad that he needs this win bad, but I'm going to take Wake Forest.
Who's the coach?
The Demon Deacons of Wake Forest. Okay, the phone is ringing. The phone is ringing. Now, you've got to be able to answer this question. What great Auburn... All right, let's just see who's going to call in first. That's the Yeti Cooler. Have you ever seen a heavier cooler in your life?
Well,
I bet that truck is
if you want to keep ice for 2 weeks, you got to be able to tow it.
Exactly, and tell us about that cooler.
And if you want to keep it bear safe.
Oh, yeah, bear safe, exactly, yeah. But, boy, this is a great gift.
We have a lot of black bear in Grayton. They're always in the dumpsters around the restaurants and stuff. People see them all the time on here.
All right, call in right now and win a Yeti Cooler right now. Right now, when we pick up this phone, you're the winner of the Yeti Cooler.
You got to answer a question.
But the question is, what was the nickname of this one great linebacker that later on starred for the Miami Dolphins? Name the linebacker and his nickname. Here it is, right here. We're going to it right here.
Auburn. You need to tell people he played at Auburn.
He did. What did I say? Oh yeah, he played at Auburn. Played at Auburn. Here's Mike's on there. Let's go to the phones. You're on the air. You win the Yeti Cooler if you can answer this question. What great Auburn linebacker played for the Miami Dolphins and has the nickname that it's quite known? Name that linebacker and nickname. Who is this, please? Hello?
This is Max Lee.
Yeah, okay. Tell us the answer to that question.
Captain Crunch.
Okay, what was his name?
Captain Crunch.
I know it, but you're right. His nickname was Captain Crunch, but what was his first name?
I don't know. I just looked it up.
Well, I'm sorry. We got to have the full. In that right, Neil?
Yeah.
Were we clear? Yeah, we got to have the name of the person and the nickname. So thank you for calling here. Thank you for calling. Next on the line. Let's see, Mike's going to be on. Okay, there we go. All right, go ahead. Next caller, please.
I'm on.
Oh, you're the wrong one then.
You know
okay.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Answer though.
I know it's pretty easy answer. This guy played in the Super Bowl, 2 or 3 Super Bowls, and he also played on a team that won a record-breaking number of games.
Excuse me.
Hello, you're on Today in L.A. You win the prize if you can answer the name of that great linebacker. Hello.
Mike Colon, Captain Crunch.
You got it, Mike Colon, Captain Crunch, the great Auburn linebacker, played for the Miami Dolphins. Did you know that answer?
No, sir.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I didn't either.
Who is this? Hello?
Yeah.
Who is this?
I'm Gary Sippel, Woodbine, Alabama.
All right. Well, my friend, you win the Yeti Cooler, and what you do, you go to our premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram truck dealership right here in Troy, and you tell them that you won the prize, and you pick up your Yeti cooler, and you get a choice of different colors, don't you?
Yeah, what do we have at the time?
All right, and your name one more time so I can give it to them.
Henry Sipper.
Henry Sipper.
Henry Sipper. All right, brothers.
Jerry Sipper.
Jerry, I'm sorry. I know you. I played golf with you before. Jerry Sipper wins that prize, and congratulations. That's a $300 cooler, isn't that right?
That's right.
But you don't buy them at every store, I promise you. So, you a big fan?
Yes, sir.
Who you rooting for this weekend?
I'm rooting for the University of Alabama.
Now, you gonna be able to stay up to 8 o'clock and watch them play?
I sure will. I'll stay up to 2 o'clock and watch them play.
Did you see Troy play the other night?
All right.
Did you see Troy play the other night?
I did.
That was a good game. Why did you enjoy it? Did you go to the game or watch it on TV?
I watched it on TV. I saw the last half. I went to church to start with, and I got home about halftime.
Yeah.
And watched the last half.
You mean they had church Wednesday night instead of everybody going to the football game? You mean they still had church? I thought every church in a 100-mile radius would have been closed down.
Well, if Alabama had been playing, it would have been.
Oh, God. All right. Okay. Well, congratulations. You are the winner. And the answer was Mike Colon, Captain Crunch, played on several Super Bowl teams for the Miami Dolphins.
Put a plug in there for Coach Glenn Daniels.
Oh, we love Glenn Daniels. We got his young grandfather-in-law, grandson-in-law Neil is on our phone. Thank you so much, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got another winner, and y'all couldn't have answered that question.
I could not.
I told it. Colin has been on this show a few times, and of course, you remember now though. After that, though, as Captain Crunch,
yeah. And I want to throw in. I don't do this much on Fridays when I'm here, but I want to give my show a plug if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
Sports Chat with Neil and Wally on Sunday night at 6. If you missed out your chance to win a Yeti cooler, we're also giving away a Yeti cooler right now. On Facebook, all you got to do is pick 25 high school games.
Whoa!
On Facebook, you can win one of those Premier Dodge Ram Chrysler Yeti coolers right now on Facebook.
Well, that's great. That's a lot of fun.
And we'll be giving it away Sunday night on our show, Sports Chat with Neil and Wally, at 6 o'clock on Troy Cable.
Jason, I apologize. When I brought you on this show, to do the picks, that Neil was going to also give away Yeti coolers.
That's right.
So if you count all the games,
we're not giving away as many.
If you count 12 games, and you count, and then he has 12 games, that's 24 Yeti coolers.
Hey, they still make them every day.
Well, we appreciate it very much, and that is a fine gift. And of course, this show is brought to you by our good friends at Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram
So
Trucks.
was it Captain Crunch, Mike Cohen?
Yeah, Captain Crunch,
right.
Mike Colon, and of course, I'm not going to use this as a trivia question, but I'm going to ask y'all if y'all knew. Back in 1957, when Auburn won the national championship, they had two great players. One of them was from Fort Walton Beach, Florida, and the other one was from a town to the far west of Selma.
Uniontown?
You're exactly right, Uniontown. Name me those two great players. Both of them made All-American. Now this is a real. You almost have to be a real.
Beasley?
No, but Beasley was a great one.
One of them's Tidwell, isn't it?
No, not Tidwell. But these were two great players. One from the little town of Uniontown, and the other one was from Fort Walton Beach.
I don't know.
All right, have you ever heard of Zeke Smith and Jackie Burkett?
I've heard of them, but I didn't know where.
Of course, they both made All-Americans on that Auburn team that won the national championship. Okay, let's get started. We got
Who won the cooler?
Mr. Sipper,
Jerry Sipper.
Jerry Sipper
From Laverne.
And all you folks, that was a pretty tough. Not for an Auburn fan, it shouldn't have been. It should. That Alabama guy won it. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
He was on the team, the Dolphins side.
Well, exactly.
72 Dolphins?
Yeah.
Well, he played on more than one Super Bowl team, though, I think.
I know, but I mean, they're famous though because they never lost a game.
That's right. They never lost a game.
Who was the coach back then?
The coach was Shug Jordan at Auburn.
No, I'm talking
Don
about-
Shula.
Don Shula, the great Don Shula, yeah. Okay, Purdue at Iowa, and Purdue's got a pretty good offense, and Iowa's got a terrible offense. Jason, who do you like?
Too bad Alabama fans can't say the great Mike Shula.
Yeah, I know it.
That's
He's
right.
a quarterback now.
Well, let me tell you this: if he would have been a very successful coach, that Shula name would have been back and forth all the time. That would have been a pretty good. Wouldn't have been a bad thing for Alabama.
Thank God he wasn't, because we got the great Nick Saban.
Yeah, you're right. You paid for him too. You paid good money for him too. How much money does he make a year now, Mike?
Oh, gosh.
I think he makes about 8.9.
8.9. Let's say that's round that off to $9 million. How much is that per month, Jason?
Ooh, let's see. Let me get a calculator. I don't do math in
We're gonna tell you right now how much money Nick Saban makes per month.
How much does he give away then?
Oh well, he don't give away none.
$750,000 a month.
All right, so when he picks up his check on the at the end of the month or the first of the month, it's going to be for $750,000.
That's it.
You reckon he can buy some cars from you? You reckon?
That don't count the commercials and stuff he does.
That's right.
He owns two dealerships himself. He owns
Mercedes.
dealership
Oh yeah, but his check is for $750,000 per month.
Before
a football coach. We're talking
taxes.
about a football coach.
Before taxes.
And you know what? And I've said this many times. And I've said this many times, and I'll say it again. If they made it a mandate on exactly how much or limited coaches' salaries, say like to $200,000 a year or $100,000 a year, they'd be lined up on the other side of the pizza place over here.
Almost $500,000 a month after taxes.
Yeah. Oh, bless his heart. Bless his heart. and he came out of Kent. He went to school at Kent State.
Yeah.
Purdue and Iowa. I'm gonna take. Who you gonna take, Mike? I'm gonna let you do this.
I see that right.
Thank you. I'll be there.
Can you read that statement?
Yeah, be glad to.
Purdue had a big win last week. I'll take Iowa though.
Okay. Hey, Frank. One other thing, real quick. All right, everybody's going to take Iowa or Purdue? Who's going to take Purdue?
I take Purdue.
Purdue's got a pretty quarterback, but I'm taking Iowa.
Mike, you taking Iowa?
Nobody caught that? Come on, Mike.
This is going to be a tough one.
I don't like Iowa to watch. I mean, they're pretty miserable. I watched them against Michigan, and then I watched them against Penn State. But I think they'll win. They're 18-point favorites.
Golly, Purdue's got some offense now.
For real, that
Jason, who'd you take?
Purdue.
He took Purdue, and right now I'm thinking about Purdue. I got Purdue on my mind. Mike, who do you like? You like Iowa, and Neil, who do you like?
Oh, I got to take Iowa here.
Oh, I'm going to take Purdue. I'm going to take Purdue in an upset. All right, Boise State and BYU.
You gonna pick up on everybody?
Boise State is one of the very few undefeated teams in the nation. All right, what's the?
I'm going with Boise State on this one.
Hey, Frank, come back here a minute.
Boise State's only a 7-point favorites.
That's something wrong there, isn't it?
I'll take Boise State as well. Broncos.
I tell you,
BYU's quarterback's out as well. Okay, here it is. Hank Botmeyer, the Boise State quarterback's questionable. So I guess that's what's going on in Vegas.
Give some other people an opportunity to say something too.
Well, I don't know.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take Boise State.
I'll take Boise.
Okay, Jason, who you like?
Boise State.
Boise State. Okay, Mike. All right. How about this one right here? Arizona State at Utah. Both these teams are on fire right now. Who do you like?
I mean, Arizona State's 5-1, Utah's 5-1. Utah's a 13-point favorite in Salt Lake City. I'll take Utah.
I'm gonna take Utah at home. They're a pretty good team.
I'll take the Utes as well. Herm Edwards has really turned the corner in Arizona State. He's 5-1, but Utah, they stumped their toe one time. They were favorites to win that conference this year, and they're still a really good team. I'll take Utah at home.
Utah at home. All right, Jason Gregory.
Arizona State.
That's as good as a brand new Jeep from Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep on the bypass, and I've got one. You gave me a deal I could not refuse, my friend, and I have enjoyed that Jeep vehicle. It runs so good, and I enjoy it so much. I never thought that I would have been so satisfied with a Jeep. It's one of the top market vehicles on the
absolutely
in the world. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. But they don't think I'm strictly at being four-wheel drive. They're
it's a luxury SUV. What you got?
The vehicle I've got is just wonderful.
Grand Cherokee.
Yeah, it's Grand Cherokee.
The first car I got in 1992 was a box Jeep Cherokee, I guess.
Sure did.
That's right, the Cherokee.
They had like a little power button in it.
And when I bought it from him, I also bought the boat that the Jeep was pulling. So I got 2 for 1. Him, when
my first car had 155,000 miles on it.
I know when all 3 of your girls turn 16, they're gonna, when they come home from school, they're gonna have a car in the front yard. That's the way it had to be at my house.
A Jeep.
Had to have a car,
That's the way it was for your daughters, not your son.
Oh yeah, you didn't get yours on your birthday?
No, I got
You probably couldn't drive, is that right?
You bought them something brand new.
Yeah, well, they all have.
That's the difference between daughters and sons.
One of them had a Volkswagen convertible, and the other one had one of those Pontiac convertibles. They were the only ones making convertibles at that time.
She had a LeBaron convertible.
Yeah, LeBaron convertible.
Camille had a Rabbit.
Volkswagen, and they had to be in the front yard waiting for her when they get there.
With a bow.
That's way we call Crow Hill Spoiled Hill, and that's most all I did. Like, if one person got it, the other one had to get it. Oregon at Washington, and this is going to be a heck of a game
really
here.
Good football game.
Mike, there's a grown man running that Oregon program. Is that right? Let's just say if there was a coach that got into a fist fight, he'd probably win nationwide, wouldn't he? Who could whip him in a fist fight, you think?
I don't know. There's a few coaches out there that might get
Who's pretty tough?
Cristobal,
you ever seen him? He's about 6'6.5", probably weighs about 220, 230.
I don't care how big and how strong. I don't think none of them want to tussle with Will Muschamp. He's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is tough. Now, I tell you what, Muschamp going up against this guy over at Georgia, that'd be a pretty good.
Muschamp bite him in the calf.
Well,
he's a nut.
All right, who do y'all like? I'll take the coach that I think is hard nosed.
You probably have to kill Orgeron in a fight too.
Oh yeah. Well, one thing about it, Orgeron's gonna shoot you. He's the only coach in America that they need to check to see if he's carrying a heater.
He's got to go through the metal detector, doesn't he?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, all right. Who do y'all like? Oregon or Washington?
This is a game with two possible first-round picks at quarterback on both teams.
Oregon hadn't lost since Auburn.
I think Oregon's starting to turn it around though after winning big last week. I'm gonna take Oregon in the upset.
Yeah, they've been putting.
They're favored.
Before we go to this, did everybody take Utah?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Go ahead.
But Oregon's. You're exactly right. Ever since the Auburn game, it just seems like they've gotten better every week since the Auburn game. I'll take the Ducks as well.
Okay.
Even though they're playing in Seattle.
All right.
I'm taking Oregon.
Jason takes Oregon. I'll take Oregon. So you're the only one that took Washington. Is that right?
No, everybody took Oregon.
Oh, well, let me just tell you something about Washington. Their record at home is phenomenal, Mike.
It is.
They won like 20-something straight games at home or something, I want to say.
No, they got beat by Cal at home already this year.
Oh, wait a minute. Who's that?
Whoops.
What was their record coming in?
It is hard to beat them in Seattle. You're right.
Of course, I just think Oregon's that good.
Could be snow.
Southern Cal at Arizona. Southern Cal starting to play pretty good. I'm going to take Southern Cal.
Yeah,
they look good against Notre Dame. I'll take USC.
I think, and also I think they may have had I think the USC coach is playing for his job.
Oh, yeah, no question.
He's got to win out if he wants to keep coaching. I'll take the Trojans.
All right. How about you, Jason?
USC.
All right, he took USC. All right, Florida at South Carolina, and you know who's got the biggest head right now in the SEC is South Carolina. And you know, I think this is a perfect fit for Florida. They're going to wear South Carolina out.
I think so too.
But Jason also likes Florida. Who do you like, Mike?
Florida's had a tough run. You win at home in a tough physical game against Auburn, then you go on the road and play another tough physical game against LSU, and you got to go to South Carolina. This is a tough game. I'm going to take Florida, but I think it's going to be really close.
I think South Carolina, bringing in a third-string quarterback off the bench is one thing, but him getting his first start ever this week is too much. Florida wins.
No, they're saying Helinski's going to play.
Helinski's going to play. Okay. I didn't know that. Didn't know.
But I still got Florida.
I'll
Jason's
take
got
Florida too, yeah.
And who do you got, Mike?
I said I'm going to take Florida in a close one.
Okay, Florida against South Carolina. South Carolina, no question, turned the corner.
The line's only 4.5.
Whoa, that does surprise me. All right, Lafayette, Louisiana Lafayette. They call themselves Louisiana now. They won last night. We're going to give you a free one. I was going to try to trick them, Mike. I was going to try to trick them.
You taking Arkansas?
And Lafayette buried Arkansas State. What was that score?
37-20.
37-20. All right, okay. We're going to take a short break here. We're going to hurry back and finish up right after this break.
Are you ready?
It's our first ever sporting clay tournament on Saturday, October 26th. Come by Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or register online at premierclayshoot.com. All proceeds benefit Troy Medical Foundation. That's premierclayshoot.com for details.
At Marguerite's, we've been designing and crafting custom jewelry for 4 generations. It's an art for master jewelers. There's really no room for error. It doesn't matter how big the diamond is. You don't expect anything less than perfection. What matters is quality, beauty, and value. After all these decades, your engagement ring is still our greatest pride. Marguerite's exquisite jewelry.
Trojan Auto Parts of Troy, home of Napa Know-How. Stop by and see owners Mike and Melissa Kilcrease and their Napa Know-How team with over 100 years of combined experience. We're the only locally owned parts store in Pike County, and we're fully stocked and ready to serve you. We pride ourselves on being your go-to parts store, not only for the simple items, but we specialize in those hard-to-find items as well. Trojan Auto Parts, the right part at the right price at the right time. Napa, a name you've trusted here in Troy since 1945.
Napa Know-How.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you are out. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
At the Piggly Wiggly, we proudly support our local farmers and bring you the best they have to offer, all at cost plus 10%. When you shop local, you reinvest in your community. Remember, buy local, shop local. Piggly Wiggly, local since forever.
The kids in Holland Home can get them.
Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest player in the history of Zion Chapel, not Zion Chapel, but the Highland Home, the greatest player in the history of Highland Home football, called my house yesterday, or actually called my office yesterday, and we talked for about 30 minutes. That guy's name was Dwight Falk. Great Dwight Falk from Norville, Alabama, called my house yesterday, and he's coming for homecoming, and he was a great player at Highland Home. Back then he weighed 240 pounds, and he played fullback and could outrun everybody on the team. He played at Troy, and he was a great player at Troy. Dwight Falk, I just wanted to mention his name, one of the greats of all time at Highland Home. Kentucky at Georgia, and boy, I feel sorry for him, Jason.
I don't.
Why?
I feel sorry for Kentucky.
Oh.
Don't you?
Coming off a loss, yeah.
But don't you think that Georgia's going to be playing hard?
They'll be looking for style points from here on out.
Yeah, right. Mike, is the guy from Troy even playing now?
Well, I mean, he got injured. Sawyer Smith got injured, and they played a receiver at quarterback against Arkansas. This tells you how bad Arkansas is. I mean, the guy ran for 200 yards at quarterback.
Oh, boy.
Gosh.
Three for only 70. Arkansas gave up 350 yards on the ground in Kentucky last week.
Well, that's what Auburn did.
So Auburn's going to have some practice this week.
I'll take Georgia and go call your man immediately and take them -25 because they're going to be trying to score 60 points tomorrow.
Yeah, it's just what Jason and I were just talking about. Georgia's going to be looking for style points.
Now, remember the big event, ladies and gentlemen, the big skeet shoot is going to be not this Saturday, but Saturday night or Saturday afternoon.
The 26th.
The 26th at 2 o'clock from your farm, and of course it's right adjacent to the
Hard Dixie Trail Ride.
Yeah, Hard Dixie Trail Rides, which a lot of you folks out there know where that is, in a beautiful part of the country. Isn't that a beautiful part?
Sure is.
See a lot of deer riding horses out there. Your kids ride horses out there?
Absolutely, all three of them.
And it's just wonderful. And of course, your property is adjacent to that, and there'll be signs all the way. You go down Needmore, go to Needmore, and stay right. I say, what do you
That's
say?
right. Stay right.
when you hit the fork in the road. Okay, let's get going here. TCU and Kansas State. I just threw that in there because one of them got to have some relief. Jason, who do you like?
TCU on this one.
Oh, I got to go with a sentimental pick here. My best friend Wally Lowry's nephew plays for Kansas State. Mac Lowry's grandson, Tyler Mitchell, plays for Kansas State. I got to go with K-State.
Okay, this one's tough, Mike. I'm going to let you go here. Who do you like?
Yeah, TCU's really struggled this year as well. Both of these teams are 3-2, so they've both got a chance to go to bowls. I'm going to go home team. I'm going to go Kansas State.
Ooh, this is going to be a good one. A real good one. It's hard not to go with TCU. I'm going to take TCU. And who did you have, Jason?
TCU.
All right, okay. Everybody took TCU. Well,
Mike Jr. took Kansas State.
Neil, who'd you get?
Mike Jr. took Kansas State.
Oh, wait a minute. That was me. I was thinking that was mine. Okay, I got you. All right, LSU at Mississippi State. I saw a friend of mine at the Troy game Thursday night, and he works for Coca-Cola, and he's an SEC official, been an SEC official for 18 years, and he's working this game.
Is he?
Yeah.
This is a snoozer. LSU wins big.
Real big.
Mississippi State just looked awful last week.
And the thing that makes LSU now so much better than they've been in the past is balance. They're just so well balanced.
Is Moorhead going to be the Mississippi State coach at the end of the year?
I don't know.
I don't
know. It's going to be close. What do you think, Mike?
I think he's going back up north. I think he's done with SEC football.
They think he'll get the Rutgers job, but we don't know yet.
I think LSU. This will be your CBS game on Saturday.
West Virginia, and all Neil Brown does is jump out of the fire into the frying pan. He's got West Virginia at Oklahoma. I sort of feel for him a little bit, Jason.
Yeah, I don't know how much preparation he could do for this one, but this one's going to hurt.
Yeah, no question about it.
He's got to run the reverse pass. He's got to run the Statue of Liberty. He's going to have to pull out all the stops just to hang with Oklahoma. The athletes are just superior to what Neil Brown has at West Virginia. Oklahoma wins.
Mike says that this is a different Oklahoma team that plays defense for the first time in a long time. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I was impressed how they played against Texas. Texas scored a late touchdown to make it look a little bit closer, but I mean, they've got a number 9 at linebacker, this Murray kid. I mean, that's one of the best linebackers I've seen in years. Interesting note about this game is Austin Kendall transferred from Oklahoma to West Virginia, so he was on the Oklahoma roster as the backup quarterback for years. But, I mean, Oklahoma's 32.5-point favorite. This game will be at 11 a.m. on Fox if anybody wants to watch it.
Oh, boy, breakfast with the Oklahoma Sooners. Baylor at Oklahoma State. This is a good one. This is an evenly matched game, but you know what? Baylor's fixing to lose. I'm going to take Oklahoma State.
I took the Cowboys as well.
Okay. All right, Neil takes the Cowboys. Jason, who do you like?
I'm going with Baylor.
Oh, he takes the Bears. Is it because you're a big Methodist? You're a Methodist.
He's trying to win the state.
I'm going with the steak dinner.
All right, who do you like, Mike?
I'm going to go with the mullet. I'm going to take Oklahoma State.
Man,
you call him the mullet?
Hey.
He's the one that says...
Business in the front, party in the back.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Jason, you took Baylor. Okay,
yes,
Texas
sir.
A&M at Ole Miss. This is another good one, but I think A&M could have turned the corner, and they plan on running that quarterback about 30 times. What do you think?
I like the Aggies.
What to think on this game?
I like the Aggies too. Ole Miss is too wishy-washy. They Jimbo Fisher out coaches Ole Miss in this game. I like A&M. I like the Aggies.
Hotty toddy, Jason. What do you think of here?
No, they're going to be doing a lot of drinking for that game.
Well, you know, the thing, that's what's so bad about Ole Miss is I think they care more about tailgating than they do about football.
They don't know what the
or they
mascot
would have
is.
never hired the guy they hired.
Don't ever pick a team that ain't sure what their mascot is.
They're going to be hanging out in the Grove. I know that.
And that's going to be fun. Okay, everybody takes A&M? Or everybody take Ole Miss?
A&M.
All right, A&M.
But I think it's going to be close.
Okay, so, Mike, we're not gambling men. We're honest, non-gambling man.
I want to say with Rich Rodriguez as offense coordinator and McIntyre as defense coordinator, Ole Miss is a lot better this year than I thought they'd be.
I wonder how long it's going to take the Ole Miss coach to get all those knives out of their back.
I'm telling you.
I guarantee you there's a lot of knives in the back in this
Rich
situation.
Rod wants that program, don't he?
I know he does. But he asked his wife about Alabama, and she didn't want to come to Alabama. Do you remember that? And they won't give him the Alabama
Thank
job.
goodness she didn't want it.
That's right. Tulane at Memphis. This one is going to be a good one. Memphis just lost their first game, and Tulane just lost one game. I saw the Auburn-Tulane game, and they played Auburn straight up for about three quarters.
They did, and Tulane is just putting up a lot of points every week. But you know what? This is in Memphis, and Memphis coming off a hard loss. But I'll take the Tigers. Memphis has only lost one game this year.
That's right. They're good. Boy, I tell you.
Memphis
lost to Temple.
Temple.
Yeah.
You know, this guy is a heck of a coach at Tulane. Tell us about it, Mike, real
They had
quick.
to go to Philadelphia for that, though. It was a different ballgame over there.
Yeah.
And, Willie Fritz was at Sam Houston State, won a national championship there. So, I mean, he's been a good coach everywhere he's been.
Who do you like here, Mike?
I'll take Memphis.
Mike, I knew it would take Memphis. I've been writing him down for mine. All right, I'm going to take Tulane to win an upset. Jason,
I'm taking Tulane.
All right, Jason takes Tulane.
Tulane's wearing some weird colors this year.
Our orthopedic specialist here in town pronounced his name. I ought to make that a trivia question. Pronounce his name. What's it? Lugerberg played in the secondary at Tulane.
Really?
Yeah, he played football at Tulane.
That.
Yeah. We talked the other night at the Troy game. All right, all right, Jason and I both took Tulane. Temple at SMU. SMU is one of the long undefeated teams in the country right now. Somebody needs to beat them.
Well,
Can those Yankees come down here and beat them, Mike? What do you think?
I'll take SMU.
You gonna go SMU?
I'm taking SMU too, Mike. Temple just does not play good outside Philadelphia. When they go on the road, they're a different team. And also, this is another sentimental pick for me. Richard McBride is getting a ton of playing time at middle linebacker for the Mustangs.
Yeah.
So I'll go with Richard McBride, the former Charles Henderson standout. linebacker, transfer from Auburn and playing really good football for the SMU Mustangs. I'll take the Mustangs.
Okay, you just talked me into it too. But some teams do play a lot better at home. I won't take SMU.
I'm going for the upset.
You got 5 minutes. We got to do speed.
All right, here we go. We're working on it.
I'm going with
Okay,
Temple.
all right. Mike, who did you take here? Okay, all right, okay. Michigan at Penn State. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right off the bat.
You got about 4
Penn State actually becomes the next non-undefeated team. Michigan's going to beat them at home.
Michigan sure looked better
at Penn
last
State.
week.
They're going to white it out, and nobody does it better. You know what they do? They take this right here. And nobody does it better than Penn State. They're going to white out. I don't know if it's a day game or a night game.
Night game.
It's night game. They say it's been voted that there is that's the most fan-friendly program in the country. Penn State, and their fans get into it like nobody else.
Yeah.
All right, who do y'all like?
I like Penn State at home, not because of the whiteout. I just Michigan. They had a huge victory last week, but Penn State's undefeated. They believe, and if they were playing at the big house, I'd take Michigan, but they're not. They're coming to Happy Valley, and I'll take Penn State.
Okay. Somebody needs to beat Penn State. All right, here we go.
I'll take Penn State.
Is Penn State undefeated?
They are.
Yeah.
Whoa. So everybody took Penn State but me. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, here's a big one. Auburn at Arkansas. Tell me who's going to win and by how many points. Jason Gregory.
Auburn 49-21.
All right, 49-21. I'm going to take Auburn. Mike, hear this. I'm going to take Auburn 55.
Woo!
I'm going to take Arkansas 17.
Man, all you've been talking about all week is how you think Arkansas is going to play them tough.
I've changed my mind. I changed my mind. Like Jerry Sepper, a big Auburn fan, winning that Yeti Cooler. Okay, big Alabama fan. Excuse me, winning that. All right.
I'll take Auburn 38-13.
All right, 38-13. All right, now who do you like here, Jason, and the points? You are giving it to us, aren't you?
Yeah, Auburn 49-21.
All right, 49-21. All right, Neil, here we go.
Who does Neil like?
Well, Auburn going on the road, going to Arkansas, and
Suey Pig.
Arkansas looking to get their first SEC victory in a long time, and
not going to happen.
I like the Razorbacks here to probably win the coin toss. I'll take Auburn.
All right, give us some points.
32-13 Auburn.
32-13. Okay, 38-13. And Mike, what was yours? 38. Mike, what was your score?
I had 38-13.
All right, 38-13. Tennessee and Alabama. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Real quick. Troy Parade is going to be downtown.
They have changed back that the Troy Parade is going nowhere. It's going to be downtown like it's been since 1954, and I've been to every one of them. They're not going to move it to the campus this year. They'll probably look at it next year, but maybe. And that was big. That was a big move for downtown.
A little bit of politics.
Yeah, a little politics came in because I know those guys downtown didn't like it.
Little citizen backlash.
Yeah. This game is at 8 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Was that an accident?
Wait a minute. Look now. Is this? Can I crank a car like this too?
He don't
even want to hold it. He don't even want to hold it, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I'll take Alabama over Tennessee. I think it'll be closer than people think, though. Go ahead.
Last time Tennessee beat Alabama, my wife and I were in the stadium. We watched it. Alabama keeps rolling big.
Okay, and Auburn Tigers, they keep rolling along in Arkansas as they go up against the University of Arkansas.
There you go.
As Albee, War Eagle, and Roll Tide. Troy's already done their duty. They beat South Alabama. But now it's Alabama and Auburn. Get at him over there. Get at him over there. Look at that, wearing them out. Big Al, why can't you handle that tiger? Hope you've enjoyed our show today, and you'll be with us. Of course, the show's been brought to you by Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram truck on the bypass. Yeti coolers, and if you buy a new or used car truck from Premier, you get one of those wonderful coolers.
That's right.
My
Absolutely.
wife got that blue one, and she loves it.
Hey.
Alabama's going to be on ESPN if anyone wants to watch.
ESPN Alabama at 8 o'clock, so you can go out and have a big time and come back and watch a ball game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of people that have too big of a time and don't make it into the game. A lot of people.
And go Charles Simpson Trojans.
That's right.
And the Pike Liberal Arts Patriots. And the Goshen Eagles. And the Pike County Bulldogs.
And Zion Chapel.
And Zion Chapel and Arrington.
Rebels.
Good luck to all of you guys. Have a great day. I don't look like Bob Barker, do I? Hey, we're off the air.
We're still on.